students. Have a couple of blocks at the top of your mat, and let's get started. Meet you on your mat. Let's start on our backs. You can stretch the legs out long and then gently roll open, or if you prefer, you can bend the knees and have the feet on the floor, knees just knocking together. Arms are up to you. Begin to settle. Soften the face. Soften the shoulders. Begin to get a baseline for how you're starting your practice today. How's your mind? Is it busy? Is it calm? Maybe somewhere in between. How's your body? As you scan your physical self from head to toes, if you notice anything that feels a little off, be sure to honor that today. Take care of that body part, modifying as needed, skipping if needed. Checking in with the spirit. Thinking about that in any way that makes sense to you. Finally, watching the breath. Feel the air as it moves in through the nose and your rib cage fills up and expands. Feel the air as it goes back out through the nose as you empty and soften the rib cage. Every breath gets a little smoother and richer than the one before it. Time to set an intention. It could be absolutely anything at all. Perhaps it's just staying focused and present in the moment. Maybe it's to move and to breathe. Whatever your intention is, set it here. Try to check in with it as we move. Maybe pick a shape, perhaps every down dog, where you come back to that intention, checking in. We'll take time at the end of our practice as well. If you have any props underneath of you, now is the time to move them. On your next inhale, reach the arms up and back, and straighten the legs out on the mat if they weren't like that already. Take another inhale, really stretch from feet to fingers. And then exhale, knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And coming back to center, forehead to the knees, relax the shoulders, big inhale here. Exhale, relax the upper body back down. Inhale, arms to a T or to goalpost, and exhale, let the knees go over to the left. Don't worry about the knees being stacked or together. Just make it a feel-good twist. Perhaps your gaze goes to the right. Still have that smooth and steady breath. Back up towards the ceiling, so neck is neutral. Inhale, bring the legs back to center, and exhale, let them go over to the right. Again, it doesn't need to look like anything. You're just warming, feeling a sweet twist. Continue that breath. Turn your gaze back up towards your ceiling. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. And exhale, set the soles of the feet down. Pull that right knee into the chest. You can interlace hands around that right shin. And if you can straighten the left leg out on the mat, do so and reach out through the left heel. Circle through the right ankle. Circle it the other way. And point and flex a couple of times. And then go ahead and straighten that right leg up. Hold on behind the thigh. Both ankles are flexed. Reach out through your heels. Press the right root of the thigh into the hands away from your head. And press the left thigh towards your mat. Draw the low belly in. Act as if you can cinch the two frontal hip points together. They're not going to, but get that feeling that they might. Bottom sternum draws into the back body, shoulders on the mat. Stay, or maybe keep everything the same and lift that left leg just a couple of inches. Keep that core contained and reach the arms to the wall behind you. Keep drawing the belly in. Act as if the frontal hip points can touch. Keep drawing the bottom of the sternum towards the mat, towards your back body. One more big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest or rock a little from side to side. And then come back to center. And keep that left knee in. Release the right leg long. Reach out through the center of the right heel. And circle through that left ankle. And circle it the other way. Point and flex. And then go ahead and straighten the left leg up. Interlace the hands behind the left leg. Reach out through your heels. And press that left thigh, especially the root of it, away from your head, into those hands, and then press the right thigh towards the mat. And draw the belly to the back body, the sternum, bottom of that sternum to the back body. Act as if you can cinch the frontal hip points together. Let the shoulders meet the mat. And stay here. If you want a little more challenge, let that right leg just hover a couple of inches. Nothing else changed. Core is still contained. Maybe you reach the arms back towards that wall behind you. Reach out through the heels. Press those thigh bones into their hamstrings. Draw the bottom sternum in, the belly in. One more inhale. Exhale, hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. Then let's bring a little symmetry back. Let's do happy baby. Widen the knees. Arms reach inside the legs. Hands grab outside edges of the feet or the ankles. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. And then have your tailbone lengthening away from your head. And try and have the shoulders meet the mat, even if you have to change the position of your hands to get that. Then draw your legs back together, hands behind the thighs. Roll up a few times like a ball, the length of the spine. And then next time you come up, go ahead and balance into Navasana, boat pose. Lift the chest. Perhaps you can reach the arms forward. Spread through the toes. And then cross the ankles and come on to hands and knees. Knees and hips are stacked. Wrists and shoulders are stacked. Inhale, reach the chest through the gates of the arms. Nice wide chest, belly's gently in here, and then exhale, push the floor away. Scoop out the belly, get that space between the shoulder blades. Do it again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale through to that cow tilt. Exhale through to that cat tilt. Let's take one more. Inhale. And exhale. And this time on your inhale, come up to a nice neutral spine. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Draw the belly into the back body. Curl the toes under. And let your knees just float a little bit. Shoulders are on the back. Belly in, chest reaching through the arms. And then bring the knees back down. Inhale, right leg up and back behind you. Just to hip height, maybe not even that high. Steer those right toes and right knee down. Draw the belly in. Maybe the left arm reaches forward. Keep the belly in. Reach, reach, reach. Take another inhale. Exhale. Set the limbs down. Inhale that left leg up and back behind you. Steer the left toes down, left kneecap down. Reach the right arm forward. Draw the belly and ribs into the back body. Act as if you can make the frontal hip points touch. Take another inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Set those limbs down. Widen the knees, big toes touch, child's pose, balasana, hips to heels. Arms forward, forehead meets the mat. And on an inhale, come up just enough to lift up the forehead. And on your exhale, walk the hands off to the right. Try to keep that left hip reaching in the opposite direction of the left hand, lengthening that left side, fanning those left ribs open. Perhaps your forehead comes back to the floor. Bring that right hand behind you, back of the hand towards the left hip. And then lift that right shoulder head away from the floor and shoulder blade is on the back. Release. Right arm reaches forward again. Inhale, lift the forehead just enough so that as you exhale, you go all the way over the other side. And then reach that right hip away from the right hand. Forehead softens down. Feel the right ribs fan open. And then take that left hand to the low back or maybe to the opposite hip. Lift the left shoulder head away from the floor. Plug the shoulder onto the back. Release that, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, lift up the forehead. Exhale, walk yourself back out to center. Inhale, hands and knees, and exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the hips up, and back, back. Do any movements that feel good here. You can walk it out, look left to right. Waggle the hips, whatever you need. To center, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Reach the heart through the arms. Slide the shoulder blades towards the back waist. Draw the belly and the bottom of the sternum into the back body. Reach the tailbone. Lengthen it towards the heels. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. Let's do it again. Inhale, forward to plank. Chest wide, neck long. Connect to that core, absorb it into the back body. Even here, act as if those frontal hip points can touch each other. Take another inhale. Exhale, reach it back. Downward facing dog. So if you take my classes, you know that a level 2 has a 1-minute plank. So we're going to go for the 1-minute plank in just a second. If that's not for you, feel free to take a child's pose or just hang with us as long as you can. Also, feel free to modify your plank. Inhale forward to your version of plank today. Chest is wide. Ignite the core. Shoulder blades to the back waist. Even here, press the thigh bones into the hamstrings. Everything's working. With both sides of the waist evenly away from the floor. Oh yeah, breathe. How are you doing from right to left? You need to even out weight in your arms or in your legs. How about your hips? Do you need to level them off? Take a nice big practice after the minute plank. On an inhale, bring yourself forward to plank. And on your exhale, lower with control. Easy does it. Try and land in one piece. And then stretch the legs back. Press the tops of the feet down. Shoulder heads away from the floor. Shoulder blades towards the back waist. You're already drawing that belly into the back body. Inhale, reach the chest away from that drawn in navel. Peel it up into a little cobra. Exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, try and get the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to open up the heart. And exhale. Curl the toes under. You can keep the knees down, I'm going to, or you can straighten out the legs. Take an inhale here, gather the belly away from the floor. Exhale, push up to your plank, and exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the hips up and back, back. And look up between the hands. Inhale, high to the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, do a little hop, or if you prefer, step to the top of the mat. Even out your feet. Bring your hands to shins or floor, but they're somewhere. Inhale, half lift hard through the arms. Exhale, fold out the breath. Twice more here. Inhale, make a little baby cobra with that chest and upper back. Exhale, fold it back in. One more. Inhale, belly and spine long, heart open. Exhale, fold. Pause here, couple breaths. Relax the back of the neck. Shoulders are still on the back. Knees can be bent. Hands somewhere. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold, Uttanasana. Inhale, press into the feet, circle the arms, come on up. Keep that belly contained as you get even taller. And exhale, hands home to the heart. Let's do some half salutes here. Look at the feet, make sure that they're even. So in other words, if you drew a line from big toe to big toe, it'd be straight and not diagonal. And then as you find the even footing, lift up through the kneecaps, zipper the quadriceps all the way up. Draw the belly into the back body, shoulders on the back, back and down. Inhale, reach it out and up, get nice and tall. Exhale, fold the breath all the way out. Feel free to bend your knees on the way down. Hands are somewhere. Inhale, half lift, heart reaches through the arms. Exhale, fold, relax the back of the neck. Inhale, press into the feet, circle the arms. Keep that core connected as you get even taller. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift, lengthen, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, refill the breath. Exhale, empty it out and fold. Inhale, rise, strong, tall. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Let's go to a sun salute variation. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and reach. Exhale, fold the breath out. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, keep the chest wide as you step it back to your old cow plank. Belly in, shoulder blades down towards the back waist. And go ahead and lower about halfway to Chaturanga. And then lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release as you reach the arms back. Keep those shoulder heads lifted. Inhale, Locust Shalabhasana. Exhale, release. Replant the hands, curl the toes under. Already gathering that belly into the back body. Inhale. Exhale, push up to your plank. Downward facing dog. Breathe, smooth it out. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you, just to hip height. Exhale, knee to nose as the shoulders come over the wrist. Push the floor away. Inhale, stretch it back out to three-leg dog. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right outer upper arm, shoulders over the wrist. Pull the abs high. Inhale, stretch it back. Three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Really scoop the belly. Look up and between the hands. Right foot comes all the way through for lunge. Back knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Pull the ribs in. Exhale, hands come back down to the floor. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step the back leg forward. Inhale, half lift heart through arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, circle the arms, come on up. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Same thing but other side. Inhale, reach it out now. Exhale, fold the breath out. Inhale, refill halfway up. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step your awkward leg first back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, and then lower all the way down. Lengthen the legs back, press the tops of the feet down, shoulders towards back waist. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra. Exhale, release as you reach the arms back, shoulder head stay lifted. Inhale, locust. Exhale, replant hands, curl toes under. Prepare, inhale. Exhale to plank, take an inhale there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Smooth the breath back out. Inhale the left leg up and back behind you, keeping the hips level. Exhale, knee to nose. Scoop in the belly, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, stretch it back. Three-leg dog. Exhale, bring it to that left outer upper arm. Maybe a touch of scoop the belly, push the floor away. Inhale, stretch it back. Three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Scoop the belly, push the floor away. Look up between the hands and place that left foot all the way up there. Back knee down. Top of the foot down. Inhale up onto Anjaneyasana. Absorb the belly and look up, press the hands. Exhale, bring them all the way back down to the floor. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Step the back leg forward. Even out your feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and relax the back of the neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Inhale, reach it out, let's keep going. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway and go to up dog, or lower all the way and go to cobra. And eventually, on your exhale, you're bringing it back to downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. We'll look up between the hands. Right foot comes all the way through for lunge. We're going to come into warrior two. Pivot the back heel down. Keep that right hip pinned into the midline and come on up. Warrior two. So have that right knee and ankle stacked. Right outer hip is kind of wrapping underneath of you and pushing into the center line so that that right knee and toes stay straight ahead. And then press that left leg towards the wall behind you. Draw the belly in. Draw the bottom of the sternum into the back body. Shoulder blades towards the back waist. Let's do eagle arms. Get into the shoulders a little bit. Let's take the right arm on top of the left. Bend the elbows, backhand to backhand, or wrap one more time until the palms meet. Did you forget about that core? Reconnect to it. Feel the feet. Kind of root down there and then rebound up tall through the crown. Unwind the arms back out to warrior two arms. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Linger here for another breath. Feel those right side ribs fan open. Let's take another inhale. And then exhale, hands come all the way back down to the floor for lunge. And you go through whatever vinyasa you would like to go through. And as you go through your vinyasa, I'm just going to turn around so I can see you for side two. the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrist, look up between the hands, left leg comes through for lunge. It's going to be warrior two, so pivot the back heel down. Keep that left hip pinned into the midline. Come on up, Virabhadrasana 2. So now try and get the left knee and ankle stacked. Left outer hip kind of pinning and wrapping underneath of you to keep that. If you're like me and you tend to overdo things, find the left big toe a little bit more so you don't roll out. And then press the root of the right thigh back. Belly in, bottom sternum in, shoulder blades down the back. Let's do eagle arms this side. So left arm on top of right, bend the elbows, back a hand to back a hand, or palm to palm. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Chin is level with the floor. What happened to your core? Reconnect there. Feel the feet. Root down there and then rise up through the crown. And then wind the arms back to warrior two. And flip the front palm. Inhale. Reverse the work. Stay here for an extra breath or two. Fan open those left ribs. Hopefully legs didn't change. One more inhale. And exhale. Curl the hands all the way back down to lunge. Step it back to plank. Go through a vinyasa, or you can skip it. Do what's right for you. We meet in down dog. Look up between the hands. Inhale, high to the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. A little hopper step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, press into the feet, circle the arms. Keep that belly contained as you lift top of chest and gaze. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Let's keep going. This time, inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana, feet are even and parallel. They can be together or apart, but knees and toes are tracking in the same direction. Even here, draw the belly to the back body. Draw the bottom of the sternum to the back body. A little more weight in the heels. You can see the toes. Shoulders are on the back, even if you change the arms. That's fine. Inhale, press into the feet. Rise up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, find your own way back to downward facing dog. Maybe it's a plank to chaturanga. Inhale to your heart opener, shoulders back. And eventually, your exhale brings you to your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Look up between the hands. Right foot comes all the way through for lunge. It's going to be warrior two again. I'm going to grab my block for triangle. You might want to too if you have it available. Pivot the back heel down and then inhale on up to warrior two. We'll get to that block in a sec. Absorb the belly in. Shoulder blades on the back. Right now, find the ball of the big right toe. Root it down. Keep it rooted down, and then start to slowly shrug the right leg straight. So you're lifting up the kneecaps slowly, and then all the thigh muscles all the way up into the hip socket. You'll even feel the glutes kick in. And then exhale, start to reach towards Trikonasana. And there's no more reaching. Right hand comes down to that floor or block, just about under the shoulder. Left arm up. So still keep contact with the right big toe. Shrug the muscles up, 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 up that leg. Shrug them all the way up. Same thing with the back leg. Draw the belly in, shoulder blades towards back waist. Bring the top arm down in front of you. Plug the shoulder back into the back body, into its socket, and then sweep the arm up by your ear. Make sure the shoulders are down the back. Draw the belly and ribs in. Maybe you can turn the chest towards the camera a little bit. Well, it depends on how you're facing. Turn it up towards the ceiling, towards the side wall in front of you. And gaze down to the right foot. Inhale, bring yourself back up to warrior two. Settle in for a sec. Find it, feel it. All right, take an inhale. And then exhale, start to reach. Eventually bringing that right hand to block floor, or you can bring forearm to thigh, left arm to sky. Again, plug the shoulders in, they're on the back. Draw the belly and ribs to the back body. Turn the chest towards the ceiling a little bit without letting that back arch or that core go. Take that top arm, sweep it to the wall behind you, and then turn it until the palm faces behind you. And go ahead, bend the elbow. See if you can find the inside of the right thigh, or maybe just grab onto your shirt. And that left shoulder, the top one, pull it back into the back body, shoulder blade on the back. Same thing with the right one. Draw it onto the back, out of the ears. Belly in, frontal hip point still trying to touch. So you can stay right here. If you like wrapping, you can go ahead and reach that right arm underneath the right thigh to try and find the left hand. Now you might have leaned forward to get that. So now draw your torso back over that right thigh. Belly and ribs in, turn the chest open. Release the wrap, right hand back down, left arm to the ceiling. Gaze down to the right foot. Inhale, press into the feet, rise. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. And go through a vinyasa or find your own way to downward facing dog. While you're going through a vinyasa, I'm going to turn around so I'm still facing you on the other side. Right, inhale the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrists, look up between the hands. Foot comes all the way through for lunge. Move the block for a triangle when we get to it in a minute if you'd like. Pivot the back heel down, warrior two first. Inhale to rise. Left knee and ankle stacked, left hip pinned in, absorb the belly. Shoulders down the back. All right, then find the ball of the big left toe, root it, press it down, kind of like you're pressing a little button, and then slowly shrug that leg straight as you inhale. Lift up through the kneecap, lift all the thigh muscles all the way up into the hip socket, even until you feel the buttocks, the glutes. And then exhale, start to reach towards Trikonasana. When there's no more reaching, left hand down to floor or block just about under the shoulder, right arm up. You can also put the bottom hand on shin or ankle. All right, so you still have contact with the ball of the big left toe. Press it down into the mat. Shrug those leg muscles all the way up into the hip socket. Belly and ribs draw to the back body. Turn the chest open. Shoulder blades on the back. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if you want to make it extended triangle, bring that top arm in front of you. Plug the shoulder into its socket and then sweep it up towards the ear. Plug the shoulder back down. Same thing with that left one. Is it rolling forward? You need to roll it back and down. Belly and ribs in. Turn the chest open. So you're turning the chest open. That might make the back overly arch. So keep drawing the belly and ribs in and maybe even a little tailbone out of the back waist. Your legs are still charged. Reach the right arm back up. Inhale, back up to warrior two. All right, let's bring it to side angle. Inhale. Exhale, reach towards side angle. So you can bring left forearm to thigh, or maybe you bring that left hand back down to floor or block under the shoulder. Right arm to the sky to start. Feel the feet. That left hip still pinning in. Belly and ribs in. Turn the chest open. Shoulders on the back. Let's reach that right arm towards whatever's behind you. Flip from the shoulder, the whole arm till the palm faces back. And then go ahead and bring back a hand to your low back, or maybe you can kind of weave the hand into that left hip crease. Press the back into that forearm or the back of that hand. Belly and ribs in. That right shoulder, the top one, drop away from whatever's in front of you. Plug it onto the back. Same thing with that left one. It really likes to be pesky and roll forward. Roll it back and down onto the back body. Redraw the ribs and belly in. You can stay here, or if you want to take the wrap, that left arm reaches inside the left thigh, and then it fishes for that right hand. Maybe they meet. For me, it's usually just, most of the fingers. And then once you have it, you may have bent forward to get it. So reline the torso back up over the left thigh. Keep the belly and ribs in. Legs are working. You're still breathing. Easy does it. Under the wrap, bring that left hand back down to floor or block. Right arm to the sky. And an inhale, come on up, warrior two. And on your exhale, bring it all the way back down to the floor. Find your way to down dog. That might include a vinyasa or a variation thereof. It might not. All right, yogis, look back at your feet. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Then we'll take Malasana, so spin the toes out, heels in. Sit down in a little squat here. All right, so bring your hands together at your heart. Let's start with keeping the chest wide. I'm going to try and even out the weight in the feet. So here's Malasana, yogi squat. And maybe you would like to stay right here. But it's also a nice little way to come into Crow Pose Bakasana if you choose to do so. So we're going to come along and bring the hands down to the floor in front of you. They are slightly ahead of you, right? They are not right under the shoulders. And then I like, as I lift my hips, to walk the feet back together. Knees are still wide. And then as you bend the knees, you're going to kind of roll forward and on the hands, a little bit of rock forward. Keep looking forward so you don't somersault. And then you can start to bring the knees to the backs of the arms, or better yet, get into the backs of the arms and squeeze them into the midline. Squeeze them in as you rock the weight with the hands. Keep looking forward. Maybe the toes lift, or maybe you're hanging on for dear life with your big toes. I don't know. You try and keep that chest wide. Scoop the belly, scoop the belly, scoop the belly, scoop the belly. Push the floor away. And when you're over it, it'll be feet back down. We meet in Malasana again, yogi squat. And then bring the fingertips to the floor. Start to lift the hips as you straighten the legs out. Heel toe the feet back to about hip width. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And stay in the chair pose. Just exhale, bring your hands to your heart. All right. So let's root into that right foot. And I want you to stretch the left leg out to the left. Big toe can be on the floor, or maybe you lift up and let that left leg, that left toe hover above the floor. Keep firming the right hip back and in. Keep drawing the belly in. Try and keep the chest wide. All right, now start to press into that right foot as you stand up, bringing the left knee into your chest. This is often called flamingo. Firm the belly in. Start to open the left leg out to the left, preparing for tree pose, and the left hand can help you out, placing that left foot somewhere on the inside of the right leg. Avoid the knee though. Hands come back to heart to start. Firm the hips in. Shrug the muscles up the standing leg. Belly in, bottom sternum in. Reach the arms if you wish. Sides of the neck long. Gaze steady. to release the foot. Inhale, see how tall you can get. Then exhale, foot down, arms down. Shake it out. I'm going to move my block out of the way here so I don't kick it when I move my leg out to the right. All right, same thing, second side. If you need to move to a wall or do anything different on this side that you learned on the first side, go for it. All right, inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to the heart. Start to put the weight into the left leg. Reach the right leg out to the side. Toe can balance you on the floor, or maybe you can lift that right foot up. Keep firming the left hip in. Left knee and toes are still straight ahead. Engage the core. All right, then start to press into that left foot, bringing the right knee into the chest, coming into that flamingo type pose. Firm into that midline, front, back, center, sides. So turn the right leg open from the hip socket. And eventually, right hand can help place that right foot into tree. Somewhere on the left leg, but avoid the knee. Hands back to heart to start. That just helps you kind of pull into that midline as you press the hands together. Remember to firm leg into foot, foot into leg. Outer hips in. Belly, ribs in. Maybe you grow branches. Steady your gaze. Start to bring that right knee forward, release the foot, take an inhale, get nice and tall in this little flamingo. And then exhale, foot down, arms down. Shake it out. All right, so you're still on the back of your mat. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk yourself back out to downward facing dog here. Reach the hips up and back. Draw the belly and ribs into the back body, even here. Inhale, forward to plank. All right, so shoulder blades down the back, belly in. And then let's do side plank balancing on the right hand. So go ahead, clip the feet together. Roll the outside edge of the right foot, legs stacked, left arm up. So once you're here, shoulders towards back, waist again. Draw the belly and ribs in. And see if you can get your feet to be Tadasana feet. So maybe you get a little sliver of space between the heels, so it's almost like the top leg is pigeon-toed a little bit. That'll help that top hip stack on top of the bottom hip. Reach the crown away from the drawn-in belly. Reach the tailbone away from the crown. Take another inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to plank. Take a beat there. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Find it first, shoulders on the back, belly in, and the side plank the other way. So start to lean into the left hand, roll into the outside edge of the left foot, right leg on top, right arm lifts. All right, draw the belly in, shoulders on the back, and then maybe you can lift the heels, the top heel away from the bottom heel, so they have more like Tadasana feet. It feels maybe pigeon-toed on that top leg, but it's keeping the hips stacked. Belly in, crown and tail reaching in opposite directions. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Inhale in your plank, you decide, vinyasa, or exhale right back to downward facing dog. Smooth the breath out. Look up between the hands. Inhale, out of the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Little hopper step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sink in, belly in. Inhale, rise. Maybe you look up, press the palms as you get a little taller. And exhale, hands home to the heart. All right, so let's change things up a little bit. Inhale, chair pose again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Bend the knees, plant the hands either leg, jump back to chaturanga or step it back to plank. Find your way to down dog. Maybe it includes an exhale chaturanga. And inhale up dog. And exhale through plank back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring it all the way through for lunge. And then back knee down, top of the foot down. And let's just sink in here. So goal is to get into the front of the left thigh hip flexor. All right, then start to draw the belly back from the hips and come on up, Anjaneyasana. So firm the hips in, draw the belly and the bottom sternum in, inhale. And then exhale, wing the elbows open while keeping that belly contained. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, sweep it back. Cactus type arms, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, sweep it back up. And exhale, this time bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, reach the heart through the arms. Exhale, you're going to revolve to the right, towards that right knee. Stay here, or maybe bend that left knee, right hand grabs the foot. This isn't working out, don't worry about it. Draw the belly in. Right toe and knees pointed in the same direction. Try and get the shoulders on the back. And gently, gently let that go. Easy does it. Unwind. Find your own way to downward facing dog. Might include a vinyasa. It might not. All right, inhale the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, sweep it all the way through for lunge. Back knee down, top of the foot down. Just sink in. Get into that right front of thigh hip flexor this time. All right, and then start to bring the belly in from the hips in, so you can come on up, right, Anjaneyasana, adjust as needed. Firm the hips in towards each other, belly in, bottom sternum in. Take another inhale, get even taller, and then exhale, wing the elbows open. It's to open up the heart, but keep the core contained. Inhale, lengthen up tall. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, this time hands to the floor. Inhale, reach the heart through the arms. Exhale, revolve to the left, left arm left. So you can stay here, or you can bend the right knee and left hand fishes for it. Little secret, I come up onto the bottom fingertips, so I'm a little taller to try and grab that back foot. And then I might stay on the fingertips. Today I think I can lower to the palm of my hand. It really depends. Lots of variations here. Do what you need. Keep the shoulders on the back. Left toes and knee pointed the same direction, whatever that is for you, they're pointed in the same direction. And then you're still trying to contain the belly for the low back. Let that go. Gentle, gentle, easy does it. And then find your own way back to down dog. Whatever you're doing, do it mindfully. Pay attention, on purpose, without judgment. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower it all the way down. Easy does it. Keep those elbows grazing the ribs. Chaswa, belly in. And then once you land, we're going to do a cobra. So press the tops of the feet down again. I kind of like to one leg at a time there. Draw the belly into the back body. Shoulder blades towards back waist. Inhale, lift up to cobra. All right, now stay here. Keep the upper body lifted. Start to reach the arms back, transitioning to Shalabhasana Locust, and then lift the legs up. Kind of spin the inner thighs up, and pretend like there's a block between your inner ankles. Squeeze gently into that. You don't want to drop the block. Shoulder heads away from the floor. Neck long. Take another inhale. Exhale, relax it down. All right, so we're going to move into bow pose. So when we come into this bow pose, we'll take it in stages. If you need to stay in one of the beginning stages, feel free to do so. All right, starting with cobra again. So plant the hands so that they're by the sides of the rib cage. Press the tops of the feet down, hug the outer ankles in gently. Shoulder blades towards back waist, belly in. Inhale, cobra. So you get the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to lead the heart a little further forward and a little higher. Keep the chest lifted, reach the arms back, lift the legs. So now we're transitioning to locust. You might stay here. Or maybe you bend the knees, hands grab outside edges of the feet or ankles. I like to flex my ankles just so I have a better grab. And then draw the legs back to parallel. Belly into the back body, tailbone lengthening back. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders wide. And then press the feet into the hands like you're trying to break free. Neck is long and comfortable. You should be able to talk and breathe. Take another inhale. And exhale, gently, gently let it go. All right, so let's go for it one more time. Again, take any stage you want. If you're sitting this one out, that's okay too. All right, cobra first, set it up. Inhale, cobra. Try and get the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to lift the heart. Keep the heart lifted, reach arms back, lift legs, locust. Stay or bend the knees, grab the feet or the ankles, draw the legs back to parallel. Inhale, lift the heart, kick the shins back. Keep the belly in. Even here, bottom tips of the shoulder blades are trying to open the heart. So you're not just jamming the shoulder blades together. You're trying to get the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to push through the heart to open it. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, release. This time, make a little hand pillow for your forehead or your chin. And let the legs just relax. And then wiggle the rear from side to side. And then bend the knees. And let the legs windshield wiper from side to side. Nice and slow and gentle. Relax the legs down. You're going to replant the hands, curl the toes under, draw the belly in. Inhale, push yourself up to table, and then crawl the knees through. Let the legs swing forward in front of you. So Paschimottanasana. This is straight-legged forward fold. So in a second, we'll fold forward into this pose. If you know this is not good for your back, you'll lay down, put the legs up towards the ceiling, hands can go behind the legs. If you have a strap, you can put it over your feet. Otherwise, we'll do it from seated. So roll the inner thighs down, legs could be together or hips width, but press the soles of the feet into an imaginary, or maybe it's really there, wall in front of you. Inhale, reach the arms up, get tall, 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 belly in, and then exhale, start to hinge from the hips. When the back starts to round, you can go ahead and bring the fingertips down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, maybe you crawl forward a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, maybe you crawl forward a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, maybe you crawl forward a little bit more. Stay wherever you arrive, just stay there and breathe. yourself back up. Bend your knees. Lower down. Make sure I have to scooch my hips forward, I think, so I make sure I land on the mat. And then go ahead and lower down. Once you're all the way down, let's take that right ankle over the left knee for thread the needle. Left foot can stay on the floor, or you can thread the needle holding onto that left leg somewhere. The right ankle's flexed. And then move a little bit until you find a stretch that's just right for you on the right outer hip glute. Alright, so put the left foot back down on the floor. Slide the right knee all the way over the left knee so your legs are crossed like you're sitting at a party or a cafe or something like that. Reach the arms out like a T. Press into that foot on the floor, the left one. Lift the hips just a little bit so you can nudge them over to the right, set them back down, and then let these cross knees go over to the left. Sometimes it's called twisted glutes. But if this twist isn't working out for you, find a twist that is working out for you and just let your knees go to the left. Maybe the gaze goes towards the right. Every exhale, see where you can soften. For me, it's usually the rib cage here. Where is it for you? If you turned your gaze, look back up towards the ceiling. Press into the arms, engage the belly. Inhale the legs back up. Exhale, untangle, unwind. Even the hips back out. And the second side, so left ankle over the right knee. Right foot can stay on the floor or thread the needle and hold on to that right leg. Left ankle flex. And then, move a little bit, adjust it so you feel the just right stretch for you in that left outer hip glute. Keep the legs, release the arms, right foot down. Cross that left knee all the way over the right. Press into the right foot. Lift the hips, slide them over to the left, just a couple inches, set them down. And then let those cross knees go over to the right. Again, if this twist isn't for you, find one that is. Open up through that chest, perhaps you look to the left. And again, every exhale, see where you can release and soften. Turn your gaze, look back up towards the ceiling, gauge the belly, press into the arms, inhale, legs to center, exhale, untangle them, unwind them, shift yourself back down the center of your mat, and then pull the knees into the chest for happy baby. We've come full circle. We did happy baby at the beginning as well. Rock a little side to side. And then come back to center if you're rocking. Stay here in happy baby, or consider taking a toe lock or holding the outside edges of your feet and doing a straddle. You can also hold the outsides of the legs and have your elbows rest on the floor, whatever's best for you. Try and keep the back of the hips on the mat, back of the head on the mat. Draw the legs back together. Bend the knees, arms around the shins now. Rock a little side to side. Back to center. Bring the forehead up to the knees. Relax the shoulders. Nice big inhale here. And then exhale. Unfurl onto your mat into Shavasana. Take your time. Put on a sweatshirt or a blanket. Use any props you would like to use. Once you get settled, close the eyes. Soften the jaw. You might have to open and close the mouth a couple times to really release it. Perhaps tuck the shoulders in just a little bit. Palms facing up, fingers gently curled in. Rib cage is relaxed. Belly moving with your effortless breath. Hips heavy. Letting go, but also just letting be. Shavasana. If you'd like to stay here longer, stay as long as you like. If you're ready to come out, begin to deepen the breath. Make small movements such as wiggling your fingers and your toes. Eventually sweeping the arms up and back, stretch stretching nice and long like you're just waking up. Bending the knees, roll to the right side fetal position. Take a second there. Come back to whatever your intention was. And if you remembered it, is it something that you can continue to work with, maybe bring into your next practice? And press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Once you're seated, reclose the eyes. Draw the belly into the back, body, shoulders back and down. Notice the effects of your practice on mind, on body, and on spirit. And gather your hands together at your chest, lift your heart, and bow your head. Take a moment of gratitude for your body and all that it just did. A moment of gratitude for this practice of yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. See you next time.